Alright guys, so let's get going, and what we are doing today is, oh, hey, still 1 minute remaining till 6. So this is not fair to start a class before 6, right? It's illegal, right? It's not fair, like, yeah. Okay, so anyway, kitchen needs to be admitted. Okay, now what we are doing, well, some students will say that, hey, what was the topic and why did you start early? So I'll just wait for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, so officially the class begins. Let the Humber Games begin. Humber Games. That's cool, right? Okay, so what we're trying to talk about today is the okay, the VCP6. Okay, so I am being spammed by Munir right now, and he would just launch an anti-submarine missile on me from wherever he's sitting. He's gonna launch that anti-submarine missile, or maybe all kinds of missiles that have been created till now, including the ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. He's gonna be launching all that on me. I don't know where you get the address where I am right now, Munir, but yeah. So he's launching all kinds of missiles there. Which is that, hey, I better finish the class today, or this course today, and today better be the last class, and there's a quiz during that week, and then I should just mark you guys, right? So that's where we so yeah, so he has all kinds of anti-aircraft, missiles, and anti-submarine. So and he's torpedoing me as well, torpedoes of all types. And I have a good defenses, so right now I'm still surviving, but not sure how long. Rocket Sand 2. Okay, Rocket. So okay guys, so what we need to do is this topic for today, and the topic, that's so nice topic. Okay, so it's today is 04 April 2020, and it's let the Humber Games begin. PCP. Okay, so we're talking about oh, serious. You know what? We can go for actually. Veeam is for backup, and then there's P2V there, and then there is RDM. We have smaller topics, and I have step-by-step video with lecture of any other topic that you need. But the thing is that while I explain all this and we do first P2V, we can go for two participants waiting in the lobby. Okay, I'm trying to admit them. 21. 04May? Oh, why did I say April? That's not fair. Okay, so it's May. Thank you for that correction. Okay, so Veeam, P2V, RDM. Well, then there is. So let's. The first thing is that I'll just quickly share with you that software for. So it's Drive, Google Drive. So there's that VMware software called Veeam that I want to share with you. So it will take just 10-15 minutes for you to download, or even lesser than that. Download speeds are so good now. So I'll go for VMware software. Just give me a sec, guys. I need to just share with you a software called and please, oh yeah, VeeamBackup and replication. So so guys, I've put a link in the chat. You can just download that Veeam software. And what it does is backup and replication. So we're gonna go for backup. So download Veeam software. So please put it on download while we go for P2V right now. In fact, let's do RDM and then we go for P2V. So RDM is raw device mapping. Raw device mapping. So only 3 students are here, and well, we can just then decide that today is the last class or today is the last class. So decide between the two. If today is the last class or is it the last class? So okay, so there's a lot of choices for you, right? So RDM, raw device mapping, what is the two, right? So guys, start downloading from the link. That's the first thing. Start downloading from the link, from the URL I shared. So while we're doing that, so we're gonna go for the other labs and then this lab as well. Oh, yeah, mute all. So muting all. What? Tajinder, your internet is so fast. Okay, there you go. A torpedo came from Munir again. I'm for today is the last class, and you provide the videos of the topics that you think others can benefit from. Okay, guys. So this is from Munir. You can see the message, but you can just think about it while we do the lab as well, right? So raw device mapping, and that is I'll just quickly create a diagram for that. So this is a small lab, and then we can start with Veeam because its installation is also like yeah. Oh, now what? So Veeam is the extra software, right? So Japinder, are you able to? I don't think so, or maybe. Okay, so Japinder, our backup, right? So okay, guys, here. If we have these machines here, so these hypervisors we have, and so there is that server 01 and then server 02, and there is ESXi01, ESXi02. So the thing is that when there's a virtual machine, so there's that virtual machine that is created on ESXi1 that we can remotely see from server 2 here. So and that is vCenter. So that virtual machine is on what? It is on the LANs, right? So these are shared disks. So there's that LAN 01, suppose. It's not supposed we have it. So, and in that case, we have on top of this a data store. So that's a data store. And LAN-based data store, right? So then we have here, oh, because he is asking to come in 24. And so there's that data store, and then we have that virtual machines virtual disk here. Virtual machines virtual disk. Okay, now that virtual machine's virtual disk is there. So now what happens is, suppose you have a SQL server here. That's a heavy application, right? It requires a lot of reading, especially, or it requires a lot of RAM. So what's going on here is, or lots of IOPS actually. This is input output data per second, IOPS, right? Input output data per second. So it requires all that. And lately, suppose the users and the applications that are connected, and the applications normally create their databases inside SQL Server, and they remotely connect the applications. So they are all saying that, hey, the overall performance is not good when we try to search something in SQL Server, because it's a database. It's huge data that you have put there that you can search, you can use there. So that search is not getting results fast, it's slow. So then you just see that, oh, there's IOPS here, so read and write speed of the data on through the virtual disk, then the data store, and then the one it had to pass through all these layers here, so it's kind of slow here. So then we decide that, or you decide that, okay, we're gonna go for RDM, or raw device mapping, and what it offers is that oh, guys, is my voice breaking? Can everyone hear my voice? Can everyone hear my voice clear? Is it loud and clear, or is it unloud and unclear? Okay. So, okay. So then, okay, the sound is clear. Um, so Mahmoud, you can try to reconnect to WebEx. It's I guess it's your side that maybe the internet is slow, and in that area so many people are watching YouTube, I guess. So it happens to my area as well, that everyone's connected to internet at certain times. So okay, try to reconnect to WebEx. All others are okay. Alright guys, so we were talking about this, and SQL, and so yeah, the performance here is slow, right? Okay. So now the solution for that would be, hey, why don't we just create another, attach another LUN here, but the LUNs are coming from SAN, right? So, and our software SAN was here. So now these LUNs, the second LUN is uh, going to be a raw device mapping. What does that mean? That means that this whole shared disk would be available only for this virtual machine. Now, what does that mean? Isn't that whole LON01 and the data store only for that machine? No. Normally, others are having, suppose you have 20 machines on this hypervisor, or 30 machines on this hypervisor, right? So, or 40 machines in this hypervisor according to the CPU and RAM. So they all have their disks. Their disks are also on the data store. So the data store is actually sharing its disks. Data store is being shared by all virtual machines, 20 virtual machines, even 30 virtual machines, even, right? So that's why the performance is bad, because there are virtual disks of other virtual machines, and they're also using IOPS, input output data per second, or reads and writes are extensive, which is slowing down the overall experience of LON01 data store, or its degradation of performance there right now. So how about that you introduce another share disk or LON that is just available for this virtual machine? So the virtual machine's C drive, we can say, or that where the OS is actually on this virtual disk, and this full LAN is just dedicated to one virtual machine where it can deploy the SQL server. You can even format here this LAN that is available to this virtual with NTFS, Windows Microsoft NTFS partition, right? Even you can do that. So this whole LAN is available as a raw disk. You don't format it, you don't touch it, you don't do any kind of data store building on that, or VMFS formatting. You just provide that raw LAN there, and then attach it to the virtual machine. So the virtual machine will get the reads and writes directly from LAN instead of going through the virtual disk, then to the data store, then to the LAN, and that LAN again is being shared by so many other virtual machines. This is all the LAN, and its reads and writes will be only available for this virtual machine, right? So this is called raw device mapping. So the boss can say, hey, we don't have performance, so what do you do? So you say as a VMware administrator that okay, I will just add another LAN that I will fully dedicate to this virtual machine, so no other virtual machine can access this LAN, only this virtual machine can access that. So this means it will get very good read performance, especially when it's retrieving data, which is read. So somebody searches, so SQL does that search by reading throughout the disk and then retrieving the data. So that read speed will be very, very good after you give a full dedicated LAN or to the one virtual machine. So that's the whole story behind RDM, that you can just give a full dedicated LAN to this virtual machine, right? So, well, that's it. So let's do the lab for that. Woo, yay! Okay, so yeah, let's do the lab if you understand the purpose of raw device mapping. So the lab is even smaller than this. So but you have to be very, very careful about what you do. So what we're gonna do here is, let's go to our vCenter. Whoa, there's so many machines there. That's 742. I'll close that. Close that. Alright, so first I will go for the server one, then I will go for server 2. So in the server 2, so it's I'm just gonna press OK here and refresh. Oh, it's imbalanced. DRS. And we're gonna go for administrator and vSphere.local and small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1 2 3. Oops, power tool is there. 26. Okay, so once it is there, so let's go for a virtual machine. Obviously the virtual machine is connected to, so one day, Monday, Sunday, whenever it starts. Hey, did I? Oh yeah, it's Humber machines. Okay. I created US Canada here as well. Okay. So there's another college where there's students connected from US. Oh man. One Humber machine I started, other I started the wrong machines. We didn't create US Canada, right? The folders. Oh, yeah, that's Humber. And the rest are, sorry guys. Wrong machines. That's another college machines I started. Oh, there's a VCP course going on there as well. Suspend list. So I'll show you still. Okay, so server 1 here and server 2. Oops, sorry about that. I got mixed up with Humber machines and another college machines. They're both having same course going on. Okay, so it's I'll stop this. Number is not written here. Okay, now we're good. So while this is going on, so what we need to do, what I can tell you right now is that you can go to a virtual machine, make sure that it is powered off, and then right click any virtual machine, right click any virtual machine, and then you can go to edit settings. So right click any virtual machine, go to, I'm going to show you, but since we're waiting, so right click any virtual machine, go and go to edit settings, go to edit settings after right clicking a virtual machine. When you go to edit settings, so you can see that which hardware, which disk it is connected to, right? So I'll just show that right now. Okay, the two hypervisors are there. It's the C hardware 2. Oh, okay, I'm there. So I'll just refresh and kick myself out and then kick myself in. Administrator. Hopefully, we are preparing for VMware exam. By now, some of you should have passed as well, because last course and last course and last course, so many students passed. Okay, so enter vSphere.local, and yeah, one of my student who has done recently the cloud courses, AWS Azure, and he was going for interviews and he was being asked about VMware questions. So then he came back, okay sir, now I need to go for VMware. There are so much asking about VMware as well. Okay, anyway, so whoa, come on, log in. Shoo. So we need to just okay, there we go. I'll make it bigger screen. Then I'll have to go to the host and clusters where our virtual machines are. And we don't need Tor cluster. We don't need, seriously, we need Tor cluster. We don't need E683. So don't worry about that. If it is showing not responding, we don't need E683 now. So vSAN was okay. So now I'm just going to go to a virtual machine here, VM01, suppose. And I'll right click on that. And edit settings. And so once you right click and go to edit settings, so you can see that it's loading. That's what you can see. Oh yeah, now you can see here that storage or hard disk is there, but then there is that new device here as well. You can see down here, new device, right? So our regular disk is there where our operating system is, but that operating system is actually on the data store that is on a LAN that is shared by every other virtual machine's virtual disk as well. So how about we go down here and click that. So you would see here this RDM disk. You can see this RDM disk. So that RDM disk, when you you can just create that, but the thing is that let me just show you first and let's see that message there. So let's click that RDM, and once you click the RDM disk here and then click add, so it pops up and says where is the, there should be a free LAN there, right? So if the LAN is not there, obviously, and why it is not there, I mean, we have 3 LANs there, right? So why is the LAN not showing? Can anyone tell me that? Why is the LAN not showing while we have 3 LANs there, right? Anyone can tell me why? Tell me why. Oh, okay. Sorry. It needs an empty LAN. Shalender said it. Woohoo! Yay! Woo-wee. Okay. So yes, exactly. uh, it needs an empty LUN. So those LUNs are already having a data store on top of that. It needs an empty LUN. So without that, RDM cannot be created. And according to our diagram, obviously, that it has to be a LUN that is just dedicated. So it has to be an empty LUN. Exactly. So how do we do that? Let's create an empty LUN. Yay! Okay. Or yay. So what do we do? Where did all the other LUNs come from? They all came from server 1. So what we do is we just add another LUN now. And yeah, so it's not that small lab. So let's go for server 1 here. And on server 1, we have a software SAN, right? But the good thing is the target is already configured there for the initiators. So can you tell me, it's a true false, and I'm sure you would just jump to it, the correct answer right away, that target requests disk and initiators offer disk. So target requests disk, true or false? Target requests disks, initiator offers disk. So there's our talls. Okay, and okay. Yeah, so it's false. Yeah, okay, that was easy. So target offers disk and initiators request disk. So we have the target already configured here on server 1. So what we can do is just add a disk to that target, and that disk will be detected in vCenter right away, right? So let's right click on server 1 and go to settings. Right click on server 1. Right click. Right. Okay. So yeah. So we got 3 disks already that were converted to iSCSI and shared with the 2 hypervisors. So why don't we just add one more, but just give it 300 GB instead of 200 GB. Just make it different a little. So let's click add here. Let's go to hard disk and let's click next, because we're just adding first a local disk, then we're going to convert it to iSCSI, and we're going to offer it to the 2 hypervisors, right? So this is the SCSI is okay. Next, and then there's a create a new virtual disk, which is okay. We did that so many times, and then we can give 300 just to make sure that it appears there and we're not like really confused with that. So 300, and then click next. Store this virtual disk in single file. Doesn't really matter even if you select multiple files. Next, and yeah, so we're not changing the name here, so let's click finish. And once we click finish, so this is 300, and then we go for press OK. So once it is added, let's just simply format it and convert it to iSCSI and provide it to the hypervisors, so the RDM could be created on top of that, right? So that's the plan. So we go to, we already added that, right, on server 1. So we're just going to go for tools, and we're going to go for computer management, tools, server 1, tools, computer management, and then we can go for disk management. So there should be one extra disk showing there now. So if I just drop down, yeah, there it is, 300 GB, right? So it says it's offline, so obviously we need to right click and online, then we need to right click and initialize, then we need to right click and just format it fully with 300 GB. So I'm going to right click here and online. Then I'm going to right click here again and initialize. And MBR is okay, it supports up to 2 terabyte disks, 2 TB, and GPD supports up to 64 terabyte. So we don't have those kind of issues there, so press OK here, MBR or GPD, whichever. And then we right click on top of that unallocated disk and we click new simple volume. Right? So new simple volume. Next. Okay, animal is coming. So yeah, new simple volume, and that's 300 GB. So next, it's drive H given letter, so it's okay. Next, and we can just say 104 as a label. If you didn't put that label, it's also okay, doesn't matter. Perform a quick format, so it's going to be formatted as the NTFS for a local disk. next, and finito. So it is already connected. Well, it's formatted now, so we need to convert it to iSCSI now. It's a local disk, which is okay. So how do we convert it to iSCSI? Hopefully we remember that lab. So we're gonna go for the server manager, and then we go to server manager, and we go to file and storage. File and storage services. So we go to file and storage services. Then we go to iSCSI. We go to iSCSI, yeah. And we should be seeing 3 of those previous launches there. So this iSCSI. I remove file and storage services, then iSCSI, and then we go to this tasks on the top right, and it says new iSCSI virtual disk. So there is that. Shiva has put the screen here where so inactive LUNs are inactive. So Shiva, the troubleshooting, I think you know that. So you have to just sync that. So yeah, Shiva, see this server 2, and I'll just go for cancel. You have to go to E6i1, and then simply go to configure and storage. Yeah, it's already on storage adapters, and then simply scan. So E6i1, then you have to do that on E6i2 as well. So scan is this storage adapters, and there's a scan here, rescan. So just do it for E6i1 and E6i2 both. Okay, so try to do that. Oh, works. Oh, it didn't work. Then restart server 1 again, because then the storage could be, or you can log on from vCenter or restart server 1. It's just a refresh of connection from any site. Ultimately, restart server 2 and wait for 10 minutes for that. Welcome. Okay, so here what we were doing. So I'm just gonna go for server 1 where I am already actually, and then tasks and new iSCSI virtual disk. New iSCSI virtual disk, and at the end of it is H drive, right? At the end of it is H drive. So that H drive we're gonna select is 300 GB. We can see that. And I'm clicking next, and then it is the LON04 as the virtual name disk. The LON name is LON04, and then click next. And then yes, we will use the whole 300 GB, and we're gonna select dynamically expanding, so it's gonna save space. Low performance but save space, while fixed disk is high performance but it takes a lot of space. You don't see 4th disk. So did you add it to server 2 or server 1? Alexei. So try to add it to server 1 again. So just right click on server 1 and check if the disk is there even. Yeah, so if it is there, then go to computer management, and it should be there, and format it from there. Right? I hope everyone has also downloaded that Veeam software. Okay, so try that, Alexei. 300 and dynamically expanding, and then click next. So it's already, a target is already there. That's all, right? So just add it to the target, existing target, and next finish. So then we can just rescan on the vCenter side, and this disk will show, this LON will show there as well. So it's so easy to then add any extra disks there and detect it then, because the the initial work is done already. Target is already defined, right? So this existing ISQ target is there, and click next and create. So it's created, and close. Now it is saying not connected, right? So let's take a screenshot of this, that RDM extra lon edit. Let's take a screenshot of this RDM extra lon created. Take a screenshot here, take a screenshot, RDM extra lon created. So screenshot 1 RDM extra lon added, right? So that's the screenshot 1 and RDM extra lon added. And now what we need to do is, if it is added to the target, then we can go to source vCenter, and we need to rescan E6i1, and we need to rescan E6i2 storage. We need to rescan the storage of E6i1, and we need to rescan the storage of E6i2. So I'm on E6i1 already, and there's a rescan button here. So E6i1, select that, go to configure, then storage adapters, the top one. E6i1, configure, storage adapters, and there's a very small third button which is scan. Small. So just click scan here, do the same thing, but make sure after scan that in the storage devices that you see 300 GB or 299 GB actually LAN as well. So I'm just gonna click that rescan here, press OK. So there's a rescan going on in the recent tasks. So guys, we must give this VMware exam, and kind of a good news is that I haven't seen anyone failing in the VMware exam after help from some sample questions. I don't know what that site is, but yeah. I know what, I guess you know what I mean. Okay, so here, refresh, and then I go to storage devices here, and there should be a 299 written here, because 300 would be 299, and 299 is there. So we're good. If 299 is there, so other 200 GB disks are 199, right? So the 300 GB disk will be 299. So this is on E6i1 it is added, and let's go to E6i2 and just rescan. It's gonna open at the same view, E6i2, and refresh, and okay. ISQ disk name is LUN04. LUN04, LUN04. And then yeah, after you give LUN04, then it's 300 GB you can put there, and dynamically expanding you can put there, and next finish. Keep the existing target. Okay guys, so if the LAN is added, now we can add for any one virtual machine RDM, raw device mapping, because now an extra LAN is there that has not been formatted with, we didn't create a data store on top of that, so it's not been formatted with VMFS, so we can just attach that raw LAN to any virtual machine now, and that would be the thing that we needed to do. So I'm just going to right click on your first name VM01 again, and you know where to go. Edit settings, and then we can go to new device again. And when you go to RDM disk now, what happens? So just go to RDM and select the RDM and click add. This time there should be a LUN to select. So click add here, and yes, there is. So just select that. So this RDM or raw device mapping or dedicated full LUN just for this virtual machine to give it its application full performance, right? So you have to install the application there on this second disk, and then it will just be dedicated for that machine. So when you press OK, that's it. So that's another. So raw device mapping, right? It gives you direct, you know, size of the disk here. It's a raw disk, right? It's not formatted. So that's the RDM. And press OK. So that is it. Okay, let's go for the next one. Because it's. I hope the link that I've given in the WhatsApp and the link I've given in the WebEx chat here, you have downloaded the Veeam software from there. Okay, why am I doing so much echo here? So yeah, hopefully everyone has downloaded that link, or you could just also see the demo as well. Hopefully, I could give successfully that demo. My vCenter somehow, I don't know why, it's sometimes it's in a mood to work and sometimes it's not. So now what we need to do next is we can also go for P2V, which is physical to virtual conversion. So physical to virtual. So that's another small lab, but we can. So what's the purpose of this, guys? Hopefully everyone has the Veeam software already downloaded, so we can just try to understand. It's a simple backup software. It's very famous in the market, and it's actually the Humber students, one of your and we can say educational ancestors, we can say. Okay, that's a wrong word for that. So yeah, so 2-3 courses ago in Humber, they made me actually go for Veeam software to be used for VMware. So then I started that Veeam software. So for backup, and this is so what we do with that. So Veeam software, it is used for backup of virtual machines. It is used for backup of virtual machines and replication as well. But replication, you need to have another software then available. But okay, so there's that. Miriam has shown the screenshot in the class, and yes, perfect, you're good. So there's no issue, right? Yeah, just press OK, you're good. Not able to press OK. What? Okay, that's a new one. So I'll drag it here, and unsupported non-flash. You cannot press OK? You're kidding me. Well, you're not kidding me, obviously. Can you double click that and then press, because maybe you've clicked once. Just kidding. Okay. So yeah. Well, you can just cancel out, refresh the whole vCenter, or better sign out, sign in from vCenter only, and then come back and do that, and maybe it will let you do that. So yeah, OK is great. Wow. Yeah, it happens. Just sign out, sign in, and to the vCenter only, and it should work. All right. So what we are talking about here, or what we're discussing now, is that it is going Veeam start downloading from the URL I shared, it is used for backup of virtual machines and replication as well. So well, Veeam, just like VUM, VMware Update Manager, right? So Veeam also gets connected to vCenter, and then uh, from within the Veeam console, we can take a backup of virtual machines, and we can put those backups remotely anywhere or local disks as well. Uh, then we can in our lab. So in our lab, we can delete the VM and then restore it from the backup, right? To check if the backup and restore are working, right? So it's just a backup software that backs up the virtual machine. Oh well, not a lot of words here. So, but it's like VUM again, that you have to, that VUM, it just simply stopped on me. But this Veeam, hopefully it's gonna work. So I was thinking that let's do some labs that actually were done on my machine, so I could have some moral support here as well. Otherwise, bigger software were now saying, hey, we had enough of this, because we're, wow, 32 GB, seriously. Yeah, I can just shut down my server, E6i hypervisor 2, so I could have some I could free up some RAM here. In fact, I'll just do that, because we don't really need hypervisor 2 for now, just for the RAM purposes. I'm just going to do that, and yeah, so it's not gonna use my RAM. So guys, if you want to free up some RAM, you can just do that too. Just keep E6i 1 up, and put the E6i 2 or shut down, so freeing up some RAM. I'll just, so, well, it's thinking of shutting down. So what we are doing is Veeam. So what we need to do for that, I'll go for the diagram again. Now Veeam has to be installed on some Windows machine, right? So either we can just go for new Windows machine here, which is out of question. So we can actually then bother server 2 to have our Veeam software installed. So it could be over the network anywhere, and especially not on the vCenter in a production environment, but here we can just put it on production environment, and it's going to be a backup solution for us, and we're going to back up VMs with that, right? So, but Veeam, when it's installed, it needs to connect to vCenter, so you need to, yeah, Veeam also requires during installation SQL, so this means that we need internet connection on server 2. So the first step would be, let's make sure that we have on server 2 internet connection. Let's make sure that we have, okay, we can put it on DC. Now she was asking, we can put it on DC. So DC is, it has some securities there, and well, DC itself is domain controller, so it has some security policies. I have tried certain other softwares, and they just were not working at certain stage, so that's why I avoid DC. Otherwise, I think backup software might work there. So one of you can try that and let me know, and thank you very much. Just kidding. So yeah, but better go for server 2, but it's gonna be really heavy then and very slow. I understand that. So yes, guys, if anyone wants to try on server 1, go ahead. I'm just assuming that Veeam would work. It's not going to conflict with any security policies of the domain controller. Should work. Oh, okay. But it's okay, Shiva. I think it's gonna work, but I'm still not going there. So, yeah, server 2. And, yeah. So, once we are in server 2, so first thing, yes, I think I have internet connection. If I go to the right side here, and if we just go to CNN here, and if you see Trump, this means you have internet connection here. Oh, I don't see Trump. So this means we don't have internet connection. Oh, we have. So that's one thing. And second thing is that we need to install the Veeam. So it is, if you have downloaded that Veeam, it is a ISO, right? So this means that it can be attached to the DVD of server 2. So attach ISO of Veeam to the DVD of server 02, right? We don't have to copy it inside server 2, we just have to attach it. So whenever you download it in your desktop or laptop, just we're going to go to server 2 and we're going to right click on server 2, go to settings, go to DVD, go to browse, and then attach the ISO to server 2. So well, then in that case, where's my Veeam? So I'm sure that software, and there you go. Veeam is not there. Did I say it's not there? So I'll just quickly download that. I think I have a very good connection, so it's gonna take very less time for me to download. Sorry about that again. Oops, I thought I had it in my disk, but it's in my external disk actually. So I'll just put it in downloads, and it's well, I have a good connection, so it should take me maybe 5 minutes or 3 minutes. So guys, go ahead and you can just attach the Veeam ISO to the DVD. And once it is excuse me, attached to the DVD, then so it is being downloaded right now in my case. 487 MB. Hey, what's the size of the Veeam? Anyone knows the size of the Veeam there? Excuse me. Yesterday's samosa is stuck in my throat, I guess. So I have downloaded till now 750 MB. I'm reaching 800 MB now. I think it's 2 GB or 3 GB, right? $900 MB. 1.45. Okay, thank you, Gabriel. Oh, thank you, money. So guys, start reading the VCP exam files. Yeah, you need to give the exam, and kind of don't worry. I mean, you will all pass, but it's really critical certification with AWS and Azure. This is a very good combination. AWS, Azure, Office 365, and VMware. These are the best combination nowadays that are going on. 1.3 GB, and I'm about to. It's finishing for me now. .4 Enterprise Manager or Application Console. So Mayar, do not go for Enterprise Manager. Oh, there you go. It's done. So let me just show you now. Do not go for Enterprise Manager. There is a big button there that needs to be clicked. So I am there now. So I'm on server 2, and I'm going to right click settings, and that's it. And oh, okay. So CD DVD, and then I'll go to browse, and then go to downloads. So there's the Veeam. Double click that Veeam and press OK. So once it is there, so I'm just going to put the click the yellow folder here, and you should all be seeing that very unique logo here. It's a smiling man here, right? Smiling guy here, smiling someone. So press yes here, and now can anyone tell me the button here? Where's the button? So we're not going to install VeeamBackup Enterprise. We're not going to install VeeamBackup Under Application. So then where's the button here? So there is very small written here, install, right? So this full thing is actually a button. and it took me some time to figure out that this is a whole button here. Okay, so anyway, this is a full button here. Seriously, it's so obvious that nobody, there's a problem recognizing this. So once you click that big button there, then this pops up. I accept the terms in the license agreement, and next. So there's that free edition written there, right? Free edition. Then click next. And yeah, everything is okay. VeeamBackup and replication, VeeamBackup catalog, VeeamBackup replication console. Yeah, everything is okay. So we're gonna click next here for all these. And it says that SQL Server related, configurations are failed. So there's an install written here, right? So let's click that install. Let's click that install. So let's click that install. And it passed. So it's passed, and okay, so next. And yeah, so that's it. So if it passed because of internet connection, it just went, oh man. I went back and tried to show you. Yeah, it's okay. So that's it. Does it need .NET Framework to be installed? Nope. Well, no. Well, I guess no. No. It does not. That's a good thing, right? So now here, it's just installing the SQL Server settings, and hopefully the installation goes ahead today. And we are so installation is going on. It is still SQL Express Service Pack 3. So one day or Sunday it's gonna finish. So let's see if everyone is also done with that, or are we still? Alright guys, so 3 have done. Okay, so let's click finish. And that's it. Once it is installed, we need to open the console now. So close this if it is done. Close this if it is done. And now we need to minimize everything. We need to go to the desktop area where the link of Veeam is there. So minimize this and minimize this and minimize this. So see the desktop area here, and you can see that weird logo here as well. The guy staring back at you, right? This one. So let's double click this and press yes. Tosin is still installing, and so how many else are still installing? How many others are still installing? Okay, so Tosin, Imani, Shalender, Jack, Meyer, Vinay, me. Alexei, I'm on the same page as you. Okay. Prince will me. Okay. So me means you're installing, right? Or me means yes, I'm done. Okay. Anyway, I'll take that me as I'm installing still. So while you're installing, downloading? No, installing. Oh, downloading. Hey man, that was way back. So okay guys, I'll just discuss about some of the features, but those are the same features that we discussed in terms of storage. Those are the same features that we discussed in vSAN as well, and that is that it supports also the deduplication, and it supports compression. And so if I explain that in the diagram as well, so we talked about deduplication already and compression, but what we're going to do is that we have these virtual machines here in our ESXi hypervisor, and they're started. So when these machines need to be seen inside the console of Veeam, right? So we're gonna open the Veeam console, and from within the console you can first we're going to go to the console, right? Then we're going to connect to vCenter, and you know how to connect to vCenter. Obviously you have to give your credentials to Veeam, so you have to connect to vCenter. And this then the third thing is that you have to also once you connect to the vCenter, and that is just giving the credentials there. Give vCenter credentials, creds, and you will be able to connect, right? And then so my R is done, and how many me are done? So hopefully a lot of me's are done or not done. Okay, me. Okay, that me is done, or that me is not done. Okay, me is done. So creds done. All right. So we're gonna give credentials here. Then what will happen within the console of Veeam? You're gonna see the whole vCenter environment. So all the you will see the DC there, data center. That's not domain controller. That's data center. And then inside cluster, Tor cluster, and then you will see there the ESXi as well, and then ESXi, and from there you will see all the virtual machines there, right? So cluster, so just like you were seeing in the vCenter, you will see here in the Veeam as well once you connect the Veeam. So why would you be able to see the whole vCenter from within the Veeam console? Because it will be that VM then can be backed up, and when the backup is going on, So obviously that VM should be seen first by Veeam in order to back it up. So if the VM is powered on, it will be seen as with the green play button powered on in Veeam as well. If it is powered on in vCenter, it will be seen in Veeam as also as powered on. If it is powered off in vCenter, it will be seen there as powered off as well. All right, so there's the done. Okay, so Imane, so only Imane is remaining. Done. So Imane is also done. Okay, guys, so that's a lot of duns here. That is, so Imane just try to push convince, try to give a speech to the, that Veeam installation, convince it to, finish faster, and, or just, say, yes, we support you, give it a moral support, right? That Veeam installation, moral support. So, now, when you're there, let me know, because, majority have done Imane, so hopefully when you're there, let me know. I'll just walk you through the steps again, but try to understand as well what's going on. So Rogers communication, really? Why are they calling me? Okay, so backup and replication. Now, where are we? So here, just minimize everything, and then go to the desktop area here, and then there's that icon here, right? After it is done, just put a backup. Just double click that icon. So what does that icon do, right? So there is that. The icon is saying localhost. So it is just offering to connect to the console, because the console lives on this PC. So localhost means just this PC, local PC. So that's good, right? And the port is 9392. Suppose there is a firewall up there on operating system level, so you have to add this port as an exception. And you can even download this console to a Windows 10 machine, and from there you can just remotely connect to. Suppose there's a dedicated server. It's not suppose, you should have a dedicated server there for the Veeam backup and replication. But here, yeah, we just run out of servers. So you just have to add this port as an exception in the firewall and localhost. Otherwise, if you were on Windows 10, you would have given the IP of that vCenter 2 or whichever dedicated server where you install the backup and replication of Veeam. So let's click connect, use Windows credentials, which is okay. So once you click connect here, it should be connecting to the console. All right, Iman is done. So Iman, just minimize everything, go to the desktop area and double click this green icon and simply click connect. So now it's starting Veeam backup and replication, part of Veeam availability suite. So normally it is really very famous. Veeam not only takes backup of every virtual environment, but it also takes backup of the cloud machines. It takes backup of Active Directory, Exchange Server, SQL Server. It takes backup of everything, right? So, and it says here, we have detected that your DPI dots per inch new version of VMware is available. Veeam is available, not VMware. So just press OK if DPI is saying something that it cannot accommodate the screen resolution. So if it is open for everyone, then you can see on the top left here, infrastructure, either you are having VMware vSphere or you have Microsoft Hyper-V. So not only that it just goes for backup of these, but also pretty much every other environment. It's a professional backup solution that many corporates have. So if you go for VMware vSphere, because we have, so suppose you have only an ESXi. Some organizations are small, they cannot afford vCenter even, so they go for just ESXi hypervisor. So you can add each hypervisor there as well. We need to connect to the vCenter directly, right? So select the VMware vSphere here and right click on it and add server. So right click on VMware vSphere and click add server. Once you click add server on VMware vSphere, then it asks for DNS or IP address. Let's go for, you can just give server02.humberdomain.local or the IP address just to make sure it is okay. I'm just going to go for 192.168.200.2. 200.2 is a static IP of server 2, right? And 200.2 and then click next. 200.2 and then click next. Now there's that select an account with local administrator privileges on the server you are adding. Use domain /user format for domain. So it's just saying that add credentials of whatever you're connecting to. So obviously we're connecting to the vCenter. So let's click the add button here, and you can see the browse in my case is showing in the middle. That's strange. So we can go for add administrator add vSphere.local, because you cannot go browse. Why? Because it's gonna go browse for Active Directory, right? We're not adding any Active Directory user. We're adding a VMware user name. So that's why administrator at vSphere.local, the credentials of the vCenter itself that you're gonna put there, and then go for small abc, capital ABC, shift 123, and without shift 123. So we're gonna press ONK if you have written administrator at vSphere.local and the password. So I'm just gonna press OK here, and it has added those credentials. If we click next, then it should be okay. So when I click next, it says this: an untrusted certificate is installed on. Yes, it's a self-signed certificate. We did not go to GoDaddy.com or digicert.com. The external CAs or certificate authorities to purchase a certificate in $200 up to $2,000, and then we did not install a certificate with this name and bind to it. So self-signed certificate is there, which is okay. Let's click connect. Detecting server type. Fail to detect. What? Okay. So fail to log into blah 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 blah. Everyone got it, or you got through? Oh, seriously. Support for 6.5 requires port 0. Support port 0 requires VeeamBackup and application 9.5 update 1 or later. So okay, everyone got the same here, right? So press OK, and I'll click next again and connect. Okay, so this is, well, it clearly says that it needs update 1. So yeah, I'll just try to grab update 1 of, oh, okay, support for vSphere 6.5 requires VeeamBackup and replication 9.5 update 1 or later. Oh, seriously? Okay, so I'll give it a little time here to get that update. Can you change port? Changing port might not work because this, you know what happened actually? Veeam, what I used it for 6.0, right? So this is 6.5. I didn't check that it needs latest updates for that. So I think the update might be 100 MB or 200 MB. So we can just quickly Google it and just download that update right away and make it work. But yeah, changing the port, you can try that, but I don't think changing the port will work. So so Veeam, I'm just putting in Google quickly. Hey, we are IT guys, right? We must have a solution right now. Well, if it is doable. So, and VeeamBackup and replication. I'm just typing that in Google in another screen. 9.5 update 1 download. I'm just putting the whole thing here. Click on taskbar. There is icon for update. Oh, Tajinder says click on the taskbar. So if I press OK, where? Taskbar. Oh, okay. There's you're saying that we have to close it from here and close. Yeah, so we can. Yeah. So we can close from here, right? So is there an update icon here? Where? create is there in tools. Launches Veeam components upgrade wizard. Rescan. Storage Veeam. Okay, so there's a picture here. Oh, taskbar here. Thank you, Tejinder. There's new version of VeeamBackup and replications available. Oh, that's what it was popping up, which did come up before as well. Thank you for. So guys, you can see here. Thank you, Tajinder, and click that. So a new version of VeeamBackup and replication is available. So if we click that, what happens? So it takes us to the website and restore access to your account. We don't have an account. Create a Veeam account. Okay, well that's a kind of a long one, but have you gone ahead? Because I was about to go for Veeam download as well. So guys, yeah, we can just download that as well. Install Veeam Backup and 9.5 update 1 archive. So I just put in the Google Drive Veeam Backup and replication 9.5 update 1 download, and I'll right click here. How to download is, I'm just gonna right click that as well. So there's that upgrade. It says continue reading, and the other one says privacy error. Wow, serious? Okay, if you don't want to go through the hassle, you can just download it directly. Oh, wow, thank you. Does it work? Okay, I'll just put that. I'll just share that link with you guys. Hopefully it works for all of us. So I just put that link in WhatsApp as well as in chat. This is update 1. Oh, it downloads. Okay, so go ahead and download. It's 565 MB update only. 1 minute left. So today is 8:23. So from 8:23 till well, 30 minutes. So guys, there's that lot of questions I'm being asked today. Today is the last class or not? So well, normally it is. Today is officially the last class, but if everyone has to be on the same page for that to be considered today as the last class, and there are many solutions to that too. One solution is that okay, for any other topic, I can send the previous class video where we have done the labs just like that, step by step. That's one solution. Second solution is, well, then we can have next week class. Or third solution is we just consider today as the last class. You give the quiz on the day after tomorrow, or any time on the weekend or on the weekdays, and I'll mark you by the end of this weekend. In fact, I need to see the deadline of the marks as well. Seriously, what's the deadline of the marks? Normally they give the faculty the deadline as well. Okay. So on that, let me know what is your opinion, and are you okay with today as the last class, or are you okay with send us the videos? Are you and today's the last class, or so? Let me know. So Shiva says agree with all 3 options. Okay. So continue with the, Japinder says continue with the classes. Well, we can have one more week then, but the others, Tosin is saying last class, today is last class, Munir. And well, the update is actually downloaded as well while we are discussing. So yeah, it's good to have classes. It's just that everyone should be on the same page, and we can work together on this. Give me any solutions for that, and I'm willing to go for any of those options. But everyone of you has to be on the same page in terms of this. So Gijin and Japinder are saying continue. Others are saying so. Just two or three are saying last class. Okay. Well, let's still discuss it at the end of the class as well. So, well, it is downloaded. This. I'll paste this here. Gabriel is saying continue. Shalendra is saying continue. Mustafa last class. The file has a suspicious file in it. Oops. Okay. Continue and share the video. So Mariam is saying continue and share the video. So what was I saying? Last class. Okay. Well, there's an update here. I'm just double clicking that. So Tosin says last class, Mustafa says last class. So guys, okay, yeah, there's a well, four of you are saying continue. All others are saying last class. So yeah, let's check it out. Oh, okay. So Aman is saying continue the class, but don't hold our mark. Like you're saying, have mark us, and from the college we're done, but keep on having classes till our grandkids are in the university, right? What's going on here? Okay, let me just close this console, and we're running the setup here. And then it pops up. So guys, close your console, and then it pops up. It was not popping up before. Then it says extracting files from the update package. This may take a few minutes. Okay, there's the update installation wizard started. Next. Oh, you're downloading. So Shiva is downloading and Alexei is downloading. Well, I'll wait. I'm just, you guys can download, and one of us has to test if this download is actually going to work, right? So that's why I'm going ahead a little. So you don't have to then fully download, or you can cancel the download if in the end it doesn't work. So that's why I'm going ahead faster, just to confirm that yes, go ahead, everyone can download. So how to put on vote? Well, there's that solution as well. That if I give the marks and we're done, and then like so this means that from Humber side we're uh, done, but I don't know when the next course of VCP is starting. So I think it's 18 of this month, I guess. So before that, we can have next week class while I still give you marks and you're at least from the mark side you're done. While those who want to then attend the class can attend the class, and those who just got the marks and that's it. So you're those who want freedom from this, yes, you will not be then stuck. And those who are so this means that Humber we're done and we are still just going for a few more topics. But guys, that means they're not gonna they're not gonna pay me. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, thank you. I want freedom, freedom, freedom. Okay, so Munir will be getting. Well, yeah, videos is a better is another solution. Is another solution. Yeah, so you get the marks, but you still get the classes, right? And without any samosas, you get the classes. So, but guys, you can just line up some topics, and I can tell you which ones are that I can provide video and which ones we can do. So everyone will be happy. It's a win-win situation. You get the marks, you get the classes as well, right? So, but let me know that which within the VCP you want done, because there are smaller topics there. There's one very big vRealize topic that takes 4 hours just to install, and in the end it says, "Hey, I'm monitoring." So I have gone through majority of those painstakingly long labs, and so it's Mariam, it's just smaller topics left, which I'm gonna give you the list. But I was wondering if you have something in mind. So Maya was saying NSX. Well, let's do that. So NSX is not part of that. Now then there was a vCloud, another one. So I need to prepare the lab for that. Otherwise, it's a theory session. But some smaller topic, that's just like RDM. RDM is a distribute switch. Okay, no, distribute switch is not a small topic. So we're gonna go for distribute switch, and then I'll line up some more smaller topics. P2V is there, and let me check that. So we went for standard switch, right? So then we can go for distributed switch. Okay. So yeah, Humber also told me that hey, how many classes you? Well, you can take one more class for the students. They told me please go for topics which are more useful in workplace. Yeah, that's what normally I always go for. That's why I covered those first, which are going to be critical in workplace. Then there's a long list of topics, and I normally don't go for theory, but yeah, I can go for theory as well. It's just that it's labs that we only understand from, so that's why I'm always fond of only doing labs. But yeah, so I'll just go. I'm actually so fault tolerance done, HADR is done, emotion done, standard switch done, RDM done, P2V, host profile, NAS, content library, alarms, we realize. So yeah, workplace now also critical for taking exam. Yeah, exam guys, have you started reading already? So you know what? Let me just not record that now. So I'm gonna pause recording now. Yeah. So as I was saying, that go through the sample questions there, and the sample questions really help you in the exam, right? So hey, Mayar, you're the one who's gonna give me all the topics now, because Mayar was saying NSX and then Horizon as well. So that's you're bring Mayar. You're going to the VMware.com, right? So Mayar, go for VMware Certified Professional uh, exam objectives, right? Do not go to VMware.com website, and there are many products there, right? VCA is just a foundation exam, right? And VCP is the professional exam. That's the one that everyone must give. But foundation and professional both have to be given to get the certificate. Otherwise, you should be concentrating on professional. And VCA, VCA is a foundation exam that is more towards marketing of or introduction to products, right? Introduction, that's purely theory. And professional, that's what we're preparing for, VCP. That is the tough one. And yeah, for that you will be asked in the interview. My concentration is that it should be job oriented, so you could go for interview and get the job actually. But passing the exam is, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, you guys are really smart. I think every one of you will pass this exam, as all previous course students have been able to pass the exam. So Meyer, go for VMware Certified Professional Exam Objectives. This course is about VCP only. Horizon has a separate certification. NSX is a separate certification, right? So, there are the topics of distributed switch. So next week we're gonna go for distributed switch. While this week I'll try to finish the marks off, and then P2V, we already mentioned that. Host profiles and content library, these are small topics there. Alarms. So then there is there are some theory topics as well. So virtual volumes, that's a theory topic. Like you have, if you have book you can read that too, but yeah, I'll just go through that. And the vRealize, I have to give you a video. It's a really big lab with a lot of errors. So vRealize is a monitoring solution that really needs to be, so vRealize monitoring solution, and its lab is huge. So lab video I can provide, and when you do it yourself, it's gonna take you 3 hours just to go through the video, and at the end you will see it's gonna automatically start monitoring, right? So that's what we reached there as well when we were doing. I used to do that, but it was so slow that students would get errors, and at the last, sometimes I get the error, and then I would end up saying, okay, I'll send you the video. So alright guys, so these are the topics that we're gonna go for next Monday as well. And I salute your dedication here. So that's very good. Alright guys, if we go back to this VeeamBackup and application, 9.5 update 1 has been installed successfully, but did it work? So I'm just gonna press finish, right? And I'll just go for Veeam and yes, and connect again. So guys, you have to go for both VCA Foundation certification and VCP, which is professional certification, right? So VCA you can give it at home, and VMware doesn't care about it. How do you give it? Even if you have some documentation on the other screen, and you give it and you pass. Okay guys, so here components update screen that comes. So I just double clicked it and it popped up this page here, right? Mount server, vPower, NFS. So I just click apply. I'm not doing anything out of the obvious. So it's after update, it just popped up this screen and I'm clicking apply. So see this, when you reach this stage, just do this. Installing package vPower NFS.msi. And finish. So when I opened the console, this popped up. I simply clicked apply. Those who are still behind, and it's still installing in your case, so I'm gonna click finish here. So I'm back to the console here, and I'll go back to attempt this again. VMware vSphere, right click, add server, and again I'm gonna go for 192.168.200.2. Let me know which stage are you at, and next. I'll go for the credential. I think we have already saved credentials. There are saved credentials that we tried before, right? I'm going to go for those credentials and click next and connect. Woohoo! Yay! Woo! Okay, yeah, it works. Now we're installing, huh? Okay, now. So guys, while saving server to configuration, the update works, and okay. Well, yes. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, so that update has worked wonders, and it says successfully here. So pretty much looks like I am connected to the vCenter, but after the installation, so guys, how many have finished installation of update 1? Anyone finished installation of update 1 or still installing? Finish. Okay, Mariam finished. Shiva not. Gijin yes. Alexei done. Oh man, calendar is on screen. Alexei connecting. Good man. You guys are. Vinay not yet. Let me know when it is yes yet. Kim is done. Okay, good. Alexei connected. Way to go, guys. So while in the background you were working and we were discussing, so that's very good. Salute to your dedication. You guys are impressive, very. And let's see how do you do with this most brutal quiz that is coming your way. You're gonna get 1 day for that, and you're going to get the answers at the end of the day. So let's see how you do that. Okay, guys. So well, if you're on this screen and I'm on this screen, so we click finish. Well, when you finish those, so on the left side you can see the 192.168.200.2 here, and we select that and we expand that, so you can see NYDC. You're seeing that inside the VeeamBackup console, right? And NYDC we can see expand, TorDC we can expand. So Tor cluster, we create that Tor cluster, expand that. E6i1, E6i2, E6i3, where to go? So all the hypervisors are here. But if you have selected that 202, you can see already the virtual machines here, right? So we can all see the virtual machines here. It is recording in progress. Whoa. Yeah, it is in progress. So that's good. And once we're inside now after the update actually worked, so, and otherwise we would have had to create the users and password, and normally the vendors give it to the partners only, but somehow that link from that guy, I'm gonna thank that guy if he has a forum where we got the link from, that it really saved our lab here. This is the stevem.io. Wow, amazing guy, man. We all need to thank him, right? So it's okay. Oh, there it is. Join the discussion, and thank you. You saved us. That's it. And let him just okay. Oh, I don't know how to put that here. Okay. Oh, I have to log in to do that. Seriously. Okay. So anyway, I tried to thank him, right? Okay, guys, so once we're there, so we can see that in the vCenter, these are the same machines that are there here as well. Now, if I go to the vCenter here, so yes, those are the same machines here, right? Now, let's start one machine and let's keep the other machine stopped. So right click and power on one machine. Why? We need to just check that does it back up with power. In fact, the machine that is powered off, obviously it's kind of a understood thing that it can back up a powered off machine. Can it back up a powered on machine? Seriously, it's not even powering. So power on some other machine that is cooperating or doesn't have an operating system. We have very less resources. We're gonna try to power on some other machine because there's that suitable host to power on the machine. We have those DRS and there's insufficient resources coming here. See this insufficient resources. So I'll just go down. The solution for that insufficient resources is that we have to go to HA and we have to disable admission control. That is saving capacity of one hypervisor, so that leaves us with very less capacity. So I'm going for your first name VM05, and also seriously I'm not able to start any machine. So if I go to template, power on, let's fix this insufficient resources thing. Okay, so turn on E6I2. E6I2 is down. Yeah. Okay, let's try that first. I was gonna just turn off the admission control because in previous courses also, even if both hypervisors were up, it was coming up with this. But yeah, if it is so, are you able to power on the machines, guys? So if you are able to power on the machines, any one machine, just one machine. Oh no. Okay. Anyone was able to power on? No one. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm starting E6I2. No, within the vCenter. From within the vCenter, just power on the machine. So the error that I was getting, if you're getting the same, so we are having very less resources right now. Better go for HA and just disable admission control. Admission control does what? Oh, I'm gonna ask that in the quiz. Okay. So admission control keeps capacity reservation. What is capacity reservation? That reserve the capacity for at least one host. One host worth of CPU and RAM must be reserved, right? Okay, your machine powered on when you open the E6I2, Tajinder? Or it just powered on? Okay, it just powered on, I guess. So anyway, I'm starting that. So just powered on. Okay, that's good. Very good. Hey, this means you missed some labs, huh? So we did all the labs, so that's why we're having a lot of configurations there. No, I'm sure you've done all the labs. So, so whenever it starts. Oh, I need to update this. So I sent you that link for. So I'll be uploading this as well. Okay, cool. Okay, what's happening on the other front? Seriously? Server 2 is taking like forever. E6I2. Okay, so E6I2 is up, and I'll just refresh the screen here. I'll right click here, VM01, and power on. And there you go, insufficient resources. Munir, I'll be doing that at the end of the class. Just have some patience. We're in the middle of a lab, right? So, but the exam is covered for everything that we have talked till now. So yeah, guys, it's still the same issue. So I'm just gonna go for torque cluster here, and so torque cluster, I'll just click that, and then, oh sorry, I'm just supposed to go to availability here. This is the vSphere availability. vSphere availability. Click the edit. Okay, so availability and click the edit. So torque cluster, configure, vSphere availability, edit. Okay, so it is powered on for you. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to see this in availability. There's an admission control here. So override calculated failover capacity. Oh, I click that. 1% CPU and 1% memory. So it's just going for. I'm just saying that host capacity, disable it. So don't save any CPU and RAM in case of a host disaster. So let us use all the CPU and RAM now. If I disable it, so in production environment, it's a no-go area. You should not do that unless you're doing maintenance. Otherwise, don't do this. Here, we're dying for CPU and RAM here to start a machine. So that's why I'm disabling it. So you understand what we're doing. It doesn't work still. Okay, so let's say you did that too and it doesn't work, so I'm just gonna press OK. Otherwise, we create a new empty machine and try that. The last resort would be. So I just put that, and sometimes it's working for me. So I'm just gonna go for your first name VM06 here, and it has 1024 MB RAM. Yeah, okay. Right click and power on. So it's not compulsory to be power on the machine, but just wanted to show that the backup also takes a backup even if it's okay. It's powered on for me. So try to power on that machine that doesn't have an operating system inside, right? So I think VM06 or the later ones do not have an operating system, so it powered on. Okay, cool. So try this. Otherwise, just create a new virtual machine, empty, and give it very less RAM, 512 MB even, and then go for it. Otherwise, it's not really, really not critical to have the machine on. But if you see from us that we are able to back up a powered on machine, then you just understand that from there as well. And go ahead and back up a powered off machine. Okay. So I'm just going to go back. So this machine's powered on in vCenter. I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to go to the console here where I'm going to click somewhere else. And then I'm going to click back here. Because I need that machine to be showing powered on. This one is supposed to show powered on, so F5 on that, right? F5. I refreshed it, and yes, now it is showing it is powered on. You can see a very small green play button here, right? This means it is powered on now. So just refresh the screen, F5 it, and it will show powered on. My machine powered on. So your first name, VM06. So I'm just going to right click on this. Now let's just take a backup of a powered on machine, right? Powered off machine, obviously kind of understood that, oh, it's going to take a backup of that. This is powered on. Right click on this. If you see the green play button, and then go for veeam zip to C:\backup. Now there is no such folder that we created in the C drive, but this process will create a folder as well as backup this machine as well. If you don't want to save it in the C drive, then the other option lets you save it on a remote folder anywhere with a UNC path or a shared folder that you want to give. So this is let's go for the C:\backup here. Should we log in vCenter when we run Veeam? Well, vCenter may be logged in or logged out. It really doesn't matter. When you're inside this console and you're about to take a backup, so yeah, it doesn't matter if vCenter is open or closed. So I'm going to right click on this and just click on this. Go ahead and click on this C:\backup. Once you click on this C:\backup, it actually starts backing up the machine. There's a job progress and there's a show details written here, right? So as soon as you click the C:\backup, it starts backing up this machine in the local C drive. It has created a folder called backup as well. So I'm going to click the show details here now. And show details is actually showing details. So job started, building VMs list, VM size 40 gigs, change block tracking is enabled, processing your first name VM06, all VMs have been queued for processing. So it's just going, I think this VM does not have an operating system, so it's not going to take that much time. My suggestion is right now go for that VM that does not take, that does not have an operating system, right? So, 99%. Because with operating system or without an operating system, it's the same procedure. With operating system, it's going to just take more time. So it's up to you. Oh yeah, it's in use as well. Job finished with a warning. It says 100%, but job finished with a warning. Normally it does give warning as well. Cannot use VMware tools quizzes because VMware tools are not found. So that's a warning which we know that it doesn't even have an operating system. So how can it have a VMware tool? So it's okay with this warning. It's okay, but you should check what type of warning is there, and then you can choose to ignore. So in my case, it is done. Hopefully it is done for everyone. And this is your first name VM06, right? So we took a backup of that. I'm just going to press OK here. And if the backup is taken, now I'm going to go down here to the yellow folder, right? And in the yellow folder, this PC and C drive, there's a backup folder. So go to the C drive of server 2 and check that backup folder, right? So once we go inside the backup folder, if it had an operating system, the size would have been 10 GB or 8 GB, but right now it's 30 MB because this is without an operating system. So with or without an operating system, the procedure is same. What you're learning here is going to work with operating system as well. So this is the backup, and well, now we need to check. I'm just going to minimize that. So this machine, VM06, what do we do with that? We will go to the vCenter now, and we're going to delete this machine, right? And then we're going to restore it from the backup now, just to make sure that, yeah, the backup and restore really works. And how does it work? So let's go to the vCenter and delete this machine. So I'm just going to right click I'm inside the vCenter now, and I'm going to right click. I'm going to check that can I delete that? Nope, I cannot delete it from disk while it is powered on. So I have to power it off now. Power off. Yes. So don't try that admission control disabling thing in the production environment. We need to have one server, one hypervisor worth of capacity. Okay, so I have powered off your first name VM06. I'm just gonna go for right click here, and now the delete from disk is showing here, right? So let's do it. Let's delete it from disk, and then restore it from the backup. So I'm gonna click delete from disk. So my suggestion would be, well, just press yes, delete from disk, and press yes, right? Delete from disk and press yes. So my suggestion would be just try to do that with an operating system as well later when you have full time there. So then you can make sure that you install VMware tools there as well in the operating system. VMware tools are must in every virtual environment, like VMware virtual environment. VMware tools are must have. So okay, it is deleted now, gone. Door cluster, I'll click that only, and now I'm going to minimize this. After deleting this from vCenter, I'm going to minimize the vCenter window. I'm going to go back to, I need to restore now. So restore inside the Veeam is here. So let's click that, restore, and yeah, just go ahead and restore. So it's going to ask, it's going to show you a wizard when it's restoring. So I'm just going to restore here and select the VM to show available restore options. So I'm just going to click browse here. Wow, this screen is... Can we do automatic backup? Yes, we can schedule it. So Alexa, you can see that restore here, this button. So if you've clicked on the, go to the Veeam console, not in the vCenter, in the Veeam console, and then this is the restore. Oh, so guys, is my screen coming with huge delay to everyone? Is it coming with huge delay to everyone? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, Alexei, okay. So Alexei, maybe your internet has issue, I guess. So here, yeah, it is 202 and restore. Yeah, Alexa, you can just reconnect, disconnect and reconnect to WebEx. Sometimes it improves the performance. So 202 and restore, and then click browse, and obviously you know where to go. Browse, C drive, backup, and there's the backup. So browse, C drive, backup, double click that backup, and wow, seriously, it's not giving me a full window here. It detects a machine there. So obviously if you see that, then select it and take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. So take a screenshot, machine VM about to be restored with Veeam. Take a screenshot, VM about to be restored with Veeam. Take a screenshot here, take a screenshot here, and VM about to be restored with Veeam. So I'll just go ahead and try to so the second screenshot would be here. Oh, there's a, so it's a screenshot. Ha, I have put in my DSL router that time that 8 o'clock internet will be closed. So my kid was coming here. Hey, open internet. What's wrong with you, Dad? I was like, ha 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 ha. So okay. So screenshot 2 here, and that is VM about to be restored with Veeam. Mine is a go ahead, no screenshot. Restore previous version. Yeah, so Mariam, you can take the screenshot of the next screen. If you missed that screen, you can take a screenshot of the next screen. So select the virtual machine and restore. Select the virtual machine and restore. So can you please show once again where is restore option? So Alexei, see this? Do you see 192.168.2.2? If you have selected that number, and then you can see right up there above restore, this one. And just click that restore, and then click browse, and go to C drive, double click backup, or double click that backed up machine, and it will show up like this. Let me know if choose home. Yeah, choose home exactly. You can choose home. This is the home button. and then restore is there. Okay, so guys, just click restore. But when you click restore, it shows you these options, right? Entire VM including registration, uh, and virtual disks. You just want to take a backup of virtual disks only, and VM files, VMDK, and VMX. So just the files of the virtual machine, that is virtual disk again, VMDK. VMX is the configuration file. Guest files, Microsoft Windows. Guest files, Linux and other. So what do you want to choose? So obviously we're going to go for, and you can restore to Azure as well, which is very cool. And you guys have to go for Azure exam as well, and especially go for Azure course. It's very critical. More jobs are for Azure here in GTA, right? Okay, so restore to Azure, no, entire VM. We're going to go for entire VM including registration, right? We're going to go for entire VM including registration. So click restore and click entire VM including registration, and then it's going to go for importing backup. Now, if it was a big machine, it would have taken a longer time. So there's that your first name VM06, less than a day ago. So this is the machine that we want to take a backup of. Restore, we need to restore, and so we just simply select it and click next. Then there's a restore the original location to the original location, or restore to a new location, or with different settings. So obviously we want to restore it to the original location for now. And restore VM tags if there were any tags, like it belongs to which department, belongs to which branch, it's like that. So, and quick rollback, restore changed blocks only, allows for quick VM recovery in case of guest OS software problem or user error. Do not use this option when recovering from disaster caused by hardware or storage issue or power loss. So it quick rollback would be just that whatever was changed, it's going to restore that. But suppose the whole machine is gone, or there was a disaster, so better stick to better not click this option. So the defaults that are clicked, we're going to stick to that and click next. Okay, so it says restore reason. Reason is testing restore, right? So anyway, restore reason. Why are you restoring? Wow. Okay, so and that is it. Restore reason, testing restore. Next. Tajinder is saying, can you explain restore again? Restore again. Which one? Is there a specific option, Tajinder? How to restore? Oh, here, Tajinder, do you see this 200.2 written here? And if you see the home button up there, so there's a restore this button. So click that button. And then after clicking the button, you will see browse. So just click browse and go to C drive and backup folder. Double click that. Only backup we have. And then click restore. After you click the browse and double click the backup, then you click restore option again, and selecting the VM, and just select the entire VM. You don't get browse option? Oh yeah, okay, so close that and make sure you're on full screen, or then try to again click restore. Sometimes browse option is totally it's not showing. Yeah, so the window is so compressed that it doesn't show. Sometimes it happens. It is because of the DPI, dots per inch of the screen, some display configuration there. So Tajinder has put a photo there as well, and if I just drag it here, so its restore option is select the VM to show available restore options. So it's not even select backup file to restore. That's not it. I mean, like, we were not there. So how is it? So Tajinder, when you click restore, this window comes. Okay, so well, you can just close that whole Veeam, open it again, and then come to this restore option again. And before that, make the screen full screen here for the VM workstation, and then try to do that. So close the Veeam and then click the restore again. Let me know what happened. So guys, where you are, and let me know. I'll just walk you through where you are, from where you are. So just click next here to restore the original location. And seeing queue is has put that screen here. Oh, you went for the operating system based, right? So it took some time. So his job finished with error. Now object reference VM05 object reference is not set to an instance of. So yeah, we need to just read the full error sync for any part reason it might have failed. You can try another machine as well, but yeah, the full error wording might tell us that why it got an error. But while you're doing that, you can just try another virtual machine, start backing up, but then the actual error wordings will show us. So then there is that next testing restore, verifying VMs. Hey, did we not do that? Yeah, that's it, final. So this is the final screen and finish. So just go ahead and click finish. Kim is saying the issue affects only VeeamBackup and replication 9.5 update 3A. Oh, okay, so we have update 1, but 9.5 update 3A. Please upgrade to VeeamBackup and replication 9.5 update 4. Hey, this error didn't come to us. Hey, Kim, were you using operating system based VM? Was there an operating system inside? Because this is nobody else got it. Still the same. Oh, okay. Well, then you got lucky. Oh, do you have a separate version of vSphere? A version that is other than what I gave? Maybe you have another version of that. You have this. Oh, Shiva has the same problem. Okay, it's not the version then. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Oh, okay. So Tajinder is also saying that it's the same. Then it is Tajinder. If it's not showing browse and you closed and open it again, then there's a longer choice, and that is restart the operating system server 2. And then it, for one student, I remember it worked only that way if it was not showing browse. Alexei has restored successfully. Guys, go ahead and click finish. So while Kim, that is strange that they're asking only for Kim and Shiva. They're asking to upgrade to version update 4. For others, they're okay. So this means that you must have done something. So I just click finish here, guys. You don't have friends in high places in VMware, Kim and Shiva. While the rest of us have friends in high places. High means we have a friend in VMware in a building that is on 15th floor. That's a high place, right? So, and okay, so but yeah, not sure why it's coming just to you. Maybe it's difference of version somehow, but I'm sure you use the same version that we are all using. And did you add anything else? Did you configure something else? Is your operating system different, or yeah, could be all that. Same version, okay. Mm-hmm. So you can close and try again. Sometimes just it's talking something that it doesn't know. Oh, well, we can say it for the software, right? So after restart of operating system, you can just try again, and all of a sudden some services that were not working might work, and this error might be gone. So it's just assumptions. Yeah. Okay. Restore completed successfully. Yay! So the virtual machine I can see in the background, it is showing there. Okay. Yeah, in the screenshot you can put there. That's also okay. But if you want to continue as well, like dedicatedly, like or you already are dedicated, so you can just restart and try to troubleshoot that error as well. Otherwise, yes, that screenshot is enough. Guys, so this is backup and restore that we were talking about, and then Veeam is a very big software. It takes backup of the whole full infrastructure, but we are talking about just the backup and restore here. Jupinder, break in at 8:23. Yeah, break is really coming right now, very quickly. 8:16. How about? Okay, thank you, sir. And so guys, this was easy, straightforward, right? So it didn't act like VUM for me. It just worked. In fact, even with the older version and the new update was also working. So that's, it doesn't happen so often that everything works. So now then we're going for P2V, 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 P2V. What do we? P2V, yeah. So what is P2V? It is physical to virtual. What does that mean? Physical to virtual means that you have a physical server. You have an operating system in a physical server, and there's just a physical. So normally our physical servers have a hypervisor. On top of the hypervisor, we have virtual machines, right? Yeah, Shiva break exactly. So 8:20. How about that? Because we need a long break, guys. So oh, yeah, if you're preparing samosas, that's another thing, right? So, there's samosas and pakoras waiting for those who are fasting. So dosas, yeah, dosas as well, and kulchas. So some of you would be thinking, hey, what is he talking about? All of a sudden, it was English. Now it's samosas. What is samosas? So it's V samosa, virtual samosa. So everything is V, right? So V sphere, V motion. So V samosa. Okay, and yeah. So and V coffee. So okay, okay, guys. Let's take a break, and it will be 8:30 till 8:30. Seriously? Okay, so let's take a break then. But yeah, it's 8:23. We have to break fast, and so we meet at 8:40 or 8:45. Okay, 8:45. So let's meet at 8:45. I guess 23, 33, 43, 20 minutes. Okay, 8:45. Alright, guys, take a break. After then we go for P2V. Resume, and let's go ahead. Hopefully everyone is able to hear my voice, and let us go ahead. All right, cool, thank you. So what we were talking about was P2V, and P2V is that you have a machine here, right? And that's a physical server. So in that physical server, you have an application installed, and it is on top of an OS. So this is just one physical server that you have it on. If I go to diagrams, oh, I never took a shot of physical server. Okay, so but we understand that how a physical server. Suppose you have HP server, and so here it suppose that's the physical server you have, and you have installed an application on top of that. So what happens is that app OS, right? That this physical server is not needed in the environment. And suppose you have a long line of, in data centers you have long list of physical servers there. So those physical servers are not needed and they are being thrown out. So this was happening in last decade. That physical virtualization was in full swing, and everyone wanted to, all companies were looking for VMware and Hyper-V experts there. Hyper-V for saving money, and VMware for quality virtualization solution. And still, it is really hot in the market, even though cloud is more there. In other data centers are more attractive now. So what we see here is that the server needs to be thrown out. So this application OS can be copied over the network with the help of physical to virtual software, P2V software, and then it could be installed in a virtual machine there. And so whatever was working on a physical server, the drivers, the application, the OS, everything gets copied while it is working, while it is started. Although you will stop some of the services there, you will not have any application connection there. End users should not be connected there. Antivirus should not be working there. Any other scheduled scans should not be working there, and all sources should be stopped, and then you copy the whole OS, working OS, the drivers, the updates, the application into over the network to a virtual machine. So physical server becomes a virtual machine, or whatever was inside the physical server is copied onto a virtual machine, and it starts working there. And now what you do with the server, you just throw it out. So when you don't need physical servers, when you're really having a lot of long list of racks there, and a virtual machine can do exactly the same thing that a physical server can do. So why then keeping a physical server that can take a lot of space, first of all, then a lot of electricity, and all the expenses there, then for the support contract and everything. So this is what P2V is. Oh, it's now we're talking about P2V. Or physical to virtual. So physical server to virtual server. Everything that was existing app, OS, drivers, they all get copied over to the virtual machine. That's P2V, right? So other than that, there is not only that, there's a P2V there is a V2V as well, virtual to virtual. So that's where a virtual machine is converted from one vendor to another vendor. So a Microsoft VM can be converted to a VMware virtual machine, and a VMware virtual machine can be converted to Microsoft virtual machine, or Citrix virtual machine can be, Citrix Zen server virtual machine can be converted to Microsoft or VMware virtual machine. So this is just P2V and V2V. So they will be asking that in the interview as well. Hey, have you ever converted a virtual machine of a Microsoft to a VMware, or vice versa? So now what we're about to do is we're going to go for P2V here. I'm going to be sharing that very small software of P2V that is freely available on Microsoft website as well. So that software is I'll just again go for my list of all the soft enware. So there's a software or convert.exe. It's like that name. So I'll just it's a very small software. If you just go for suppose I go for Google here and here. So it's P2V. If you go to Google and type P2V, download, right? Download P2V download in Google. So there's that vCenter converter is the name of the software. P2V virtual machine converter. So that's better actually download a new one. I was gonna give you an old one, but better go for a new one. So just do this Google search P2V download. It's gonna take you to the VMware.com website, and I'm just gonna click that P2V download, and here it is. It's a vCenter converter is the name of the software that does physical to virtual conversion, or P2V. So that's the name of the software. So I'm just going to click that download now. If it asks to log into the VMware.com website, then go ahead and log in. Well, it is asking me now to log into the VMware.com website. So I'll just sign in. And I did ask you to create that free account on VMware.com website. You can just create now, or so go to downloads here. There's that VMware vCenter Converter Standalone 6.2, the latest version of that. So VMware vCenter Converter Standalone 6.2, and I'll click the go to downloads. And yeah, there it is, 6.2.0.1. So better go for the latest one always. So I'm gonna click download. I agree, accept. It's a small software. If it's small, I'll just upload and then download for you if you had to create the account again. So I'll just try to make it available for you. 172 MB. That's it. So we need to copy it. Now, where to copy it? Let's just talk about it. Yeah, we can copy it inside. Actually, you're right, Alexei. We can copy it in server 2. So what's our plan here? We don't have a physical server, right? So it's not gonna know that actually we're converting a virtual machine, which is a VMware Workstation virtual machine, into we're copying everything inside the virtual machine to a virtual machine here in our A6i1. Now we could have put it on domain controller as well. We could have put in that on domain controller, and we would have gone for converting a server 2 to a virtual machine as well. But that's gonna take forever. Okay, so I'll send the link. There's that link, but I'll just upload it and send you that too. So I put that link on both areas, and I'll just it's a very small file, so I'll just quickly upload it right now. And I think I did download it on VMware Center. So I hope the link worked for you. Oh, converter, that. So it's just uploading. It's a very small one, so it's gonna upload right away. So it does ask us to just log in to a free VMware.com account. Okay, so if you got it, let me know. If you didn't get it, then I'll just go down here. Yeah, there's the vCenter server. Now I uploaded it and converter. Okay, got it. So it is. Okay, got that link, shareable link. So this is the direct download link here that I am just giving now, and direct download link here in WhatsApp. Okay guys, so you need to we need to yeah, so we need to copy that inside server 2, and that's what we are. So I'm just going to copy this VMware vCenter in server 2. So what is our plan here? Copy it in server 2 here. So it is copied now wherever you can dump it. So the plan is that we're going to, create a copy of server 1 here. We're going to consider it as a physical server, and we're going to start the wizard here for server 1 and upload it as it's going to take it as actually a physical server, and then it's going to convert it into a virtual machine, and that virtual machine will have exactly the same server 1 configurations. The operating system, the configuration, whatever is there, will be actually copied over the network to this virtual machine or any virtual machine. It's going to create a virtual machine. So we're going to target server 1, and we're going to make sure that firewalls are off on server 1 and server 2, and that it is uploaded to it is created as a virtual machine in E6I01, right? So our source is server 2 and our target is server 1. You can install it on any other virtual machine as well. Normally I start with a third virtual machine which has Windows, and then it goes really nice, but we're gonna try to go for server as well. It's just that it's security policy sometimes stops some processing there, but we have just these machines there. So I'm now VMware vCenter software is there inside server 2. Let's double click that software inside server 2. So you must have copied this, and it opens like that, VMware vCenter converter standalone. So it converts all physical machine based operating system and software into a virtual machine based. But that doesn't mean that it removes everything from the physical server. It's a copy that it creates, so it stays there in the physical server as well. And next, so it's just a simple software that you can click next, finish, right? So next, I agree to the terms. Next, and next. So there's that local installation or client server installation. Advanced setup a client server model for converter. Use this option to install the server, client, or the agent on this machine. So this is VMware vCenter converter standalone, and there's a local installation here. So I'm just going to keep it local installation and click next. Keep it a local installation, click next. Join the VMware customer experience improvement program. So we don't want to improve this software, so we're just going to uncheck that. Click next, and then install. So it's not a very big software, but it's acting like as if it is big. And it says could not start the service. Yay! What? I hope you're not getting this. Could not start service. Okay, I'll press OK. Same error. Okay, done. Finished. Done. Done means you didn't get the error. So normally it starts. No error. Oh, okay. I'll right click again and run as administrator this time. I'll right click again and run as administrator this time. Normally it does not show any errors. Well, it didn't show you too, so that's good. Next. Modify, yeah, okay, modify is there, and I'll click next. Okay, now it's okay. I'll click finish here, and well, now you can see that on the desktop area you can see this VMware vCenter converter standalone client. This one, VMware vCenter converter standalone client, right? So let's double click that. So once we double click that, so that's where the action starts now. So I'll just now there's that convert machine here, and there's a configure machine. So we need to go to the top left here, convert machine. We need to go to the top left here, convert machine. Let's click convert machine here. Now convert machine, when you click there, so this window opens, but keep this machine, keep this window open here. Make sure that server 1's firewall is off. So I'm just going to go to server 1 and check that if the firewall is off. If it says here off, don't trust it. Click the off button, and you can see that the domain profile is still on. So off doesn't mean it's off fully or all the. So I just turn off the. So on server 1, go to local server. Excuse me. Public colon off, and click that, and make sure that all three profiles or domain networks, private networks, guest or public networks are red, right? Then go for the server 2 and make sure it is the same thing there. Go to the server manager on server 2 and go to local server on server 2 and go for domain private, domain off, private off. I'll click that, and yeah, they are off actually, all three. So that's good. Okay, so if firewalls are off, then we're ready. So we're ready for what? So hopefully you're on the screen where you click the convert machine. Now you have to show that who's the source here. So select the source, and it is powered on. So it's the source is what? Source is that machine which is about to be converted. And anyone knows what's the destination? Anyone can tell me what's the destination? Anyone can tell me what's the. So source is that machine. Server 1 is our source. This needs to be converted to a virtual machine. Suppose it's a physical server. So the destination would be no, it's host. Exactly. Tosin says it. Mariam says it. It's the ESXi. Yes, the ESXi. This guy here. This is the destination. So source is what is about to be converted, and it will be on top of a virtual machine that is living inside this ESXi1, right? So the source is server 1. Yes, then we have to. So it's a remote Windows machine. It says here. So we're going to go for, well, you can just put the name or IP 192.168.200.1, and its administrator is the username, administrator. Not go for the other one, go for this one, administrator. We actually created a copy of that, is HumberAdmin or HumAdmin, right? So better go for the administrator, which is the original administrator here, and the password small abc, capital ABC, shift 1 2 3. So it's the administrator and password of the server 1 and the IP. Also, there's a view source details written here. View source details. So let's click that, view source details. And it just says that vCenter converter standalone agent needs to be temporarily installed on the remote source machine. So it's going to deploy its agent from server 2 to server 1. And uninstall VMware vCenter converter standalone agent, automatically uninstall the files when import succeeds. So suppose you imported all the application and operating system over the network to the virtual machine living on ESXi1. So after that, it's gonna uninstall the agent. So we're saying, okay, that's it, no problem. So it's just the default settings here, right? So do you want to continue? Yes. So what it's gonna do, it's just gonna try to deploy from server 2 to server 1 the vCenter converter agent, so it could communicate from here to there. So I'm gonna press yes, and sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it works, and then we have to troubleshoot why it's not able to deploy over the network. So we turn on the firewall already, but then sometimes it just says no, I'm not gonna work, or sometimes it works. So it is let's see if it's able to deploy over the network, the agent. Meyer says not work, Kim says unable. Guys, try again and try to see what's the error. Error code is 1603. Oh, that one. So unable to complete converter agent installation on 200.1. Error code is 1603. So unable to install. If I click plus sign here, so it's giving this error, 200.1, and I'll just press yes again. But I don't think this is. Now, guys, normally I create another machine for that, but first I just tried it on a domain controller. Now we can create from a template machine another server, and we can just let it have an IP from DHCP. Don't even change the name for that. So then the machine would be okay. So Shiva is has, yeah. So Shiva, I got the same error, and you also showed that on WhatsApp, which is exactly. Thank you for sharing that. So yes, guys, we're all getting that. Why? Because domain controller has some certain security permissions there that may not work. That's why I was skeptical, skeptical even at the start of it. That domain controller. Okay, so that's that thing. Now the plan that normally I go for, and I just wanted to save your RAM and CPU. So we try it there. So our main base of operations for vCenter converter is still this. But first of all, let's shut down E6i2 and then create from the template machine another clone. Windows 2012 template machine. Just right click and create a clone. That should be a, you don't even have to make it a member server. It should be having least amount of RAM, 2 GB RAM, 1 CPU, 2 GB RAM, or 2 CPUs, 2 GB RAM, and that's it. When it starts, it will grab an IP from DHCP and just log in locally and turn off the firewall, and then make it as a source, right? That would be, at least it will not give any errors. So that's plan B here. So let's go to server A6i2 and just suspend the guest. When you suspend, it just does not take then the RAM, it's off. So I'm just suspending E6i2. I'm just suspending E6i2. And then I'll just go for the left side here where there's a template machine here. Yeah, Windows 2012 template. I'm going to select that template, which is actually 4 megabyte. And I'll just right click and go for manage and clone. I hope everyone understand what's going on here. So manage and clone and click next. So we're just creating a clone just like we created before so many times. So next, it's a link clone. Obviously it's a link clone. Next, it's not a template. I'm just changing the name here. It's not a template. And at the start of it, clone server or Windows 2012, so we can just name it server 03. Server 03, and I'll just put it on D in my case. Server 03, your first name, 6.5 number, and 16 March. So just create a clone and finish. Close. Just change the RAM to 2 GB. if we have enough RAM, then if I go for task manager performance, okay, so it's 28 GB is being used. Okay, anyway, so I'll just change the memory of this to 2 GB, so it could eat as less RAM as possible. So 2 is this, 2 GB. Do not go for, there's no 2 MB, thank God. Okay, 2 GB here, and okay, and power on. Oh. So when it powers on, you don't have to do much here. Just give the password, log in, do not join the domain, and don't worry about the, so yeah, VMnet should be VMnet 15. So it could get an IP from DHCP. Don't give a static IP, don't rename it. So it's just kind of ready right now. So just go ahead and start, give it 2 GB, and when it asks for password, give it the password, log in from local administrator, and turn off the firewalls, make sure it got the DHCP IP, that's it. Okay. Next, I accept. There's the small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3. 3. Finish. Click, click. Administrator. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3. 3. Weaver Tools has modified the user interface size settings. You must log off. Okay, it'll kick me out, and I'll kick myself in. So once you are logged in, the only thing that you need to make sure is turn off the firewalls, because oh, it has internet connection. So this means I need to make sure it is talking to server 1. I need to make sure it is talking to server 1. So what is the VMnet of server 1? I'm going to right click on server 1, go to settings, and it's VMnet 1 for me. So I'll go for server 3 and tell it that, hey, you need to be on VMnet 1 to talk to server 1 to get the DHCP from there. As soon as it gets the DHCP IP, turn off the firewall and you're ready. Okay, I'll now just confirm if it got an IP from DHCP, because it's on the same VMnet now after logging in. Well, okay, I'll check it out here. Open network connection, Ethernet 0. Details. Yeah. Well, no. Hey, my DHCP is not working. Are you kidding me? This is not 209. Is not the one that. Did we install a DHCP there? Yeah, we did. Okay. I'll just open the DHCP. Oops, not DNS. Seriously, what's wrong? DHCP. The services should be running there. $50 up to $100 address leases. Okay, so I'll just release renew, or I'll diagnose. I'll click diagnose here. Oh man, that takes more time. Or not. It didn't take. Details. Wow. So am I on this correct VMnet? On server 3. Yes. Okay, I'll go for release command prompt admin in server 3 and go for release renew. But first I'll have to turn off the firewall. Okay, release and renew. An error occurred in while renewing Ethernet the name specified in the network NCP data. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'll just turn off the firewall first. Well, I can give a static IP and they'll try to ping as well, and that could also. So I'll just go for public off. Yeah, this is good. So somehow, so guys, did you get a DHCP IP for this machine? Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you for that reply. Oh, actually yes. So I'm gonna uncheck that. For some weird reason my DHCP is not giving IP, so I'm just gonna go for some. Okay, cool. 192.168.200. In case it's not giving this is rarest that I've seen here. What I'm seeing here is really rare. So 40, I'm just giving some IP that, and 192.168.200.1 and 192.168. You don't have to give a static IP. If you got DHCP IP, you're good enough. I'm not getting DHCP IP, and so I'll just give it a static IP. But now I need to know if I am in communication. Ping server 01. Oh, sorry, it's ping. Yes, I'm good. So as long as I can ping, that's all I need, and you can ping it from static IP or DHCP IP, and firewall is off. So pretty much this server is ready to be P2V'd. So I'm just gonna go back to server 2 here, and instead of putting the source, I'm just gonna click no here, and I'm gonna go for 200.40 that I gave IP. Now you have to check your DHCP what IP it gave you, right? Maybe 50 it gave you or 51. So just put 50 or 51. I put it static IP, so I'm just gonna click next, and it says automatically uninstall the files after report. Yeah, whatever. Press yes. Oh man, it better work. Does it not support Windows 2012? We can also put that software on the victim as well. Okay, what is this error? Error code. Normally it just works easily, but okay. So unable to complete converter agent installation on this code 1603. I'll just quickly check that out. Unable to convert. Unable to complete converter agent installation. Unable to complete converter agent installations. Yeah, okay, the whole planet is getting this error. Okay, somebody already wrote that. So when using vCenter converter, agent fails. This issue occurs when the vCenter converter connection to the network share of the remote computer fails. Ensure that there are no pending Windows updates on the machine and antivirus software is disabled during this process. To resolve this issue, ensure that you can connect to the remote share. Yes, we can connect. What are you talking about? Never. Okay. Well, can we? Can I ping? So then this means that it was not just the domain controller. Anyone was successful? So can I not ping? 192.168.200.40. Yeah, I can ping. Can I go to? Well, there is no shared, but I can go to // 192.168. Can I go to its C drive, right? 200.40 /C $, right? And it asks for username, password, administrator. So I just put /C $. Administrator, small legacy issue 123. Enter. Yeah, I can enter the C drive as well. So there's full communication here. So not worked, and no. Okay, so I think we may have to use a older version, I guess, but this is crazy. Multiple connections party by the same user using more than one username are not allowed. So guys, what we can do is I'll just copy this in domain controller because it says that you cannot communicate, it cannot find that. So I'm just gonna copy this into server 1 as well and just install it and initiate it from there, right? We can make the source as server 1. It's a small software, so we can just try because what is not communicating then? Double click. I'm on server 1 now. Okay, so there's that. Kim is saying if the preceding steps do not resolve the issue, install the vCenter server usually on the remote computer and start the conversion from the remote computer. Okay, so we can just go to that computer and server 3, which is about to be converted. We can be on top of that computer and we can say yes, the converter is installed on the computer that needs to be converted. We can do that too. So thank you for sharing that, Kim. While I'm installing that here converter standalone, we can actually directly go to server 3 as well. So you can install that converter here directly on server 3. You know, in case it gives problem there, so I'm just gonna copy that on server 3, guys. So copy on domain controller that I'm also doing, and also copy it on the actual machine that needs to be converted. We can technically do that, yes, right? So while it is being installed there, I'm not wasting time here, and I'm just gonna try to install here as well. If it doesn't work from domain controller to install an agent on server 3, we're gonna just try directly on server 3 that hey, agent is here and it's the same server that needs to be converted as well. Okay, so on domain controller, I'm just quickly installing it just to know that hey, are you able to communicate or not? Just tell me. While it is installing on domain controller, I'm installing it in server 3 as well, and next there as well. So we will have plan C as well. Plan B is let's try from domain controller and convert server 3 into a virtual machine in ESXi1. Then we're going to go directly to the server 3 and run it from there as well, because then you don't have to remotely deploy the agent. You're on server 3 that needs to be converted, so the agent is already there, right? So it makes sense. So on domain controller, it is being installed, and on server 3 also it is being installed. Wow, it takes a lot of patience, but that's how we learn. Well, if there was an older vCenter, normally I just go for the latest software, so we could see the changes, because when you're in the production environment, you might see the latest software there. Otherwise, I think older software, the older version of the vCenter would have not given, because of all my previous class videos, I've been using this, and see this on domain controller, it's saying could not start service. This is not good. Finish, could not start service. You know, I'll just go to that run and go to services.msc and go to VMware converter service. It's the local installation, Mariam. Local installation. VMware converter. So VMware. I'm just checking why oh yeah, see, you can see that the converter standalone and converter standalone worker. Wait, just so the service is not starting. If I double click that, why it's not starting? But yeah, so Mariam, the local installation. Now you can create a server as well. Oh yeah, run as administrator. So Imane, did it work? So server installation, Mariam, is that you are dedicating one machine to deploy agents on any other physical machine that we're not dedicating any machine here to do these operations. So that's why we can go for local installation. Server would be, you need to dedicate a machine. Okay, in a timely fashion it did not respond. So I can right click and run as administrator in domain controller. Yes. Oh, not this. I installed it already. I'll right click and run as administrator in the file. Wow, it forgot that I started that. So I'll try again, right click and run as administrator. Yes. Wow. Serious. So desperate times needs desperate measures. I'll go for server 3 now. Here also it says could not start service. You know the installation, when we double clicked, I'll just do the installation again with run as administrator first. Even installation I did not do run as administrator, so maybe what is this? Remote access. Enable local and multiple remote clients to access the converter server. So why is it this feature will be installed? Okay, I'm doing that. Converter agent. I'll click that. This feature will be installed. So guys, during the installation there was these two options were cancelled. Remote access. So I just enable them. If I click here, this feature will be installed on the local drive. This feature will be installed on local drive, but not sure if it will help. So I started the installation as run as administrator on server 3 now, while on domain controller it is still thinking. So wherever it installs, so I could go ahead. Seriously. Oh, I have internet connection. No. Error 29142. Okay. So KM is saying manually copy the converter agent installer agent.exe located at this from the source computer to the remote computer and install the converter agent. Wow, okay. I got that too. 29142. Rolling back. So Kim is saying that install it. You know guys, really I have an older version of VMware standalone converter and it's 6.0. Okay, I'm sharing a link here. It does not work, server 1. Okay guys, there's a link here. This is an older version, right? I used to run it. So what is the mission of this converter and what's the pre-acquisition of the running environment of it? So normally it can convert any of the operating system like Linux or Windows, but this converter now remember that our Windows machines are not fully updated, right? So one of the messages are that they should be fully updated. So we haven't patched our machine, so it might be looking for a patch there also if it is not working. But it also gives random errors as well, that when you go for searching for errors there, so there's a groups full of these errors, so it is being widely reported right now, right? But I've given an older version of that as well, so I'll just quickly download that from here. So what we're installing is 6.2. What I'm giving you is 6.0. So 6.0 normally just works with even unpatched servers, but even when you go to the reason of the error, they're not saying that, hey, because you did not put that patch, that's why it's not working. It's just you know, sometimes it just doesn't work, and it's giving all kinds of errors there. And Kim is actually also looking for solutions there. So I'm just installing an older one here, downloading. I downloaded the older one, 6.0 instead of 2. Maybe the 2 still has some bugs. Which IP to give on server 1? Japinder is asking. So Japinder, go for well, depends on where you are. So if you're on server 1, so go for server 3. If you have server 3, just target that. Or if you're on server 2, go to target server 3. If you do not install server 3, then target server 1. So source will be server 1. Sorry. So I'm again putting it in where I put the other ones. 6.0 server 2. I'll right click and run as administrator. Yes. So I'm back to server 2 with the older version now, guys. Just try to make sure that you're not confused with what's going on. We're just troubleshooting quickly to finish the lab. So 6.0 older version I'm putting on server 2 again. I intend to target server 3 as a source and target it as a source. Seriously, I intend to make server 3 as a source, and the target or destination would be E6i1. So next, I agree with 6.0 local installation. That's what we did already, right? It's just older one. Oh, it says automatically close and attempt to restart applications. Okay, so it detects that, oh, there is already another instance of converter there. Okay. So 6.0, the file converter is not marked for installation. You kidding me? So we need a backup now. Standalone. So where's our backup? You know what I'm saying. So we spare converter, and it is asking local host. Yeah, the local host thing also was not working with my latest one. You know, while I'm installing the new one, I need to uninstall the older one because the new one might not like that. So again, I'm trying. I just need to show you the wizard. It's not a very big wizard. When it starts, it takes 1 hour, 2 hours. We can skip that, but I just want to show that what are the options there. So, and what are the precautions you need to take. So it's a very small lab in that case. So I'm just going to control panel on server 3, and I'm uninstalling the previous version. So I can install, well, I am uninstalling the latest version so I can install the older vCenter 6.0. I uninstalled the 6.2. Okay, Reza is ahead. Woohoo! Wow, server 2, Japinder, if you make that as a source, that's a huge thing to upload to E6i1, but yes, technically yes, you can make it. Reza is ahead, guys. So Reza is showing this screen. So Reza, can you share your experiences? What did you do that made you so successful in this field? Oh, I mean, like, what did you exactly do that it worked, and we can all follow that. So I'm just installing the, or it just worked. That's it, right? So server 3, I'm installing the. I have uninstalled. So Mayar. So Mayar, your Reza there. Oh, okay. So nothing special. So well, you're lucky then. So guys, I have on server 3. Ooh, it opens! Yay! So guys, if you want to install the older one, you have to uninstall the newer one and then install the older one, and it works. So it shows me, oh sorry, did I say it works? Because I still need to go to convert machine. Sorry, we're not done yet. But it didn't give me error, any error till now. So I'm on server 3. I've uninstalled the new one. I've installed the older one, and I have opened it. Till now, no error. But does it work? Now the source. It's asking for a source. You can see there's an option here. This local machine. Let's keep it simple then. It's not a remote machine, it's the local machine. So I'm just going to click this local machine, right? This local machine. So that's it. I don't have to remotely deploy it. Next. Now we're going to the destination. So everyone got it? That it's this local machine on server 3, which is supposed to be converted into a virtual machine in hypervisor. So this local machine option is, when it's there, why don't we use it? Next. And VMware infrastructure server details. So what is it asking here? It is asking, hey, you want to connect to a hypervisor or you want to connect to a vCenter. So we're going to say that, hey, we're going to connect you to a vCenter. So just like Veeam got connected to vCenter, VUM update manager got connected to vCenter, this one converter has to be connected to vCenter as well. So server for vCenter is, now this is the destination where we need the destination to be ESXi1, right? But through vCenter, we're going to choose ESXi1 through vCenter. So 192.168.200.2 is vCenter, right? Although that's not the actual destination is ESXi1, but through vCenter we're going to select that. So the vCenter username IP is, username password is administrator at vSphere.local. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123 without shift 123. So on server 3, this machine is the source and the destination is a vCenter whose credentials are these. And next, connecting to 200.2. Okay, it seems like it's working. So I'll click ignore here. Preparing next step. Oh yeah, we're inside. Woohoo! Yay! Woo! Yeah. Okay. So here I see Tor DC here, and I'll click that Tor DC, and there's a lot of machines here that hey, you want any of the existing machines to have that software? We're saying no. We're gonna create a new one, right? So could you please explain briefly again? Yeah. So Mariam, install. Explain what that. How to install this on which machine, or what did we do in the previous screen? So I'll click back here. So yeah, here and back. So as soon as I start that, what is the username for destination? Destination username is, let's say it's the vCenter username password. So it started here, the vCenter converter. So we click the convert machine and it started this wizard. So instead of remotely deploying an agent, because I'm on that source, server 3, so I just click this local machine, right? When I click this local machine, because I'm on the machine that needs to be converted into a virtual machine, this server 3. So I click this local machine and click next. So then it's asking, okay, what's the destination? So instead of giving destination as a hypervisor, we can give destination as a vCenter, and once we are inside the vCenter, then we can choose the hypervisor. So ultimately we're choosing the hypervisor, but we're going through the vCenter. So the destination credential will be the credentials of the vCenter, right? So install. Okay, so you installed on server 1, it works. Wow. And Japinder, I got installed in server 2. So what's the destination server? Yeah, destination server is this. I'm showing that on the screen. So destination would be the vCenter. So just put that 200.2 there, and username, password. Well, just the vCenter credentials, right? And when it connects to the vCenter, then we will choose ESXi. No, this is okay, Japinder. Because we installed, suppose, VUM. We installed it on vCenter, right? And we had to still connect to the vCenter. So, no, Japinder, we're going through vCenter to the ESXi. Ultimately, you're going to select ESXi, but you're simply connecting through vCenter, right? So, the destination is still ESXi 1. So, it's okay if you have made the source as vCenter, you're still only connecting through it. So, and Mariam says, do we need to install converter on 2 systems? No, Mariam. I installed it on 3 systems actually, just to make it work. It was not working on any machine, so I was quickly doing that. So otherwise, either you can install it on a server 1. If it lets you install successfully, then deploy the agent remotely to server 3, because that's our source. This is a server we need to convert into a ESXi virtual machine, right? So I tried to install in server 2, I tried to install in server 1, it was not working, so I ultimately had to install it on server 3, and it actually worked, right? So you just have to install it on any one machine, not 2 machines. Yeah. Alexei says, I just installed old version on server 2 and all works. Yeah, that's what I did. Oh, okay, so old version, I need to uninstall the newer version, then old version works fine. But I installed it on server 3, it was there, so it works. It is working from the actual victim, we can say, from the actual source as well, and you can make it work from any other. So thank you for sharing all your experiences there. But guys, just make sure that we understand what we're doing. I think when I install converter on new machine, it works. Okay, that's good, Mayar. Very good. So we all got the destination here, that we are going through the vCenter to ESXi 1. Okay, so let's click next. So it just goes inside the vCenter, then we can just select the ESXi 1. So there's that Tor DC here. So that's it. I'm just going to select Tor DC and click next. Once I go to Tor DC, after selecting Tor, so it shows the Tor cluster, but then it shows hypervisor ESXi 1. That's the only one we have, or I have. So I'm going to select ESXi 1 here. That, yes, that's where the I need the this virtual machine to be converted to. So this physical machine to be, we are assuming server 3 is a physical machine, right? Your source is a physical machine. So, and then when you select the hypervisor, on the right side, data store. So it does show all the LUNs there as well, and you can select any one of those. So I'm just selecting, for no particular reason, non-zero. So ESXi 1, you're selecting, and the LUN-based data store, right? ESXi 1, LUN-based data store. Then that's it. Click next. Actually, it's not okay. It's a version 13 machine, but this is older software. It's not detecting that version 13. Okay, I reached the final page here, and that's where I wanted to show you that just make sure that it's not a fixed disk. So it shows this page here, and there's that data to copy, there's devices, there's networks, services, advanced options. So before you migrate, you have to check all these options, that what are you migrating from, this source machine, the operating system, the applications, the services. So data to copy is giving cross. I think it's giving cross to everyone. So I'm just gonna click on top of that. Just click that data to copy. Once you click that data to copy, so it's saying that, oh, okay, you want to have a C drive. Yes, I want C drive to be copied, right? And second thing, you can see advanced here, this one, right? Once you click advanced here, so first we click data copy and then we click advanced. Once you click advanced here, so there's source volumes here, and then there's destination layout. In the destination layout, I don't want it to be thick provisioned, I want it to be thin provisioned, right? So if you want to add another disk, you can add another disk here to be copied up there. But the thing is that in advance, just change the thick to thin. And if you suppose you had C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, so if you don't want the E, F, G drive to be there, then you can uncheck them, but there is no unchecking option here. That's it. So C drive is going with thin provision, and if I click the basic here, this one, basic. So yeah, that's it. In the advanced, what I changed was from thick to thin, right? That's the only thing I did. So other than that, that's okay. So if it is thin, there's nothing else. You want to add a second network card before migration? Yes, you can add. You want to add some other services before migration? Go ahead and add. So if everything else is okay, then we can click next. Checking free space on the destination. And there you go, summary. Now it could give an error, then you have to start over, but I'm gonna click finish, and then it gives you a percentage that goes very long. But these are some of the things that we need to remember. Remotely deploy an agent, or just keep that install that software on the very server that you're about to migrate the operating systems and application off. And then you have to define destination through vCenter. You don't really have to do that. Without vCenter, you can just put directly the hypervisor as well. But through vCenter, you get some more options. And then it just simply starts. It's going to only take, well, in my case now, 24 minutes. So you can keep it there, and that's it, right? So maybe you make sure that you finish it, because you're at home. You don't have to go home, right? So it's going to be, that's it. Like, it's now converting that source into a virtual machine. So at the end, you should be seeing a virtual machine in E6I01, which you can see from through vCenter, right? Okay, so Mariam is on that screen. So Mariam, if you're showing that screen, so you can click this advanced button here, this one. And then there's a thin and thick provision on the advanced button. You can just click the thin. That's the only change, and then click next, finish. So click the advanced button, this one, and then just see that, do you see the drop down with thin and or thick? Just, it is on thick, so change to thin, and then click next, finish. Welcome. Okay guys, so yeah, that's gonna go ahead, and at night just keep it running, and when it is done, hopefully it is done successfully, then you need to check in vCenter if you see that machine, right? So see you next week then. We're having a class, but I'll start marking. This would be the final week for marks, so wait for that quiz on Wednesday or Thursday, whichever. Yeah, Wednesday. And it will be all day quiz, all you can eat, and so I'll try to mark this week, or hopefully before the next week, like weekdays or weekend, I'll mark all the papers, and yeah, it will be very easy. So what comes after B in the alphabets? D or F? So I'm gonna make it like that, right? So it will be very, very easy. No, it's not gonna be easy. Come on, mate. So Hey, it's a college. I wish it was a school. Well, the thing is that it's for your job, and that's why it has to be. We should learn from that too. Okay, I'm in nursery. So I'll be able to start quiz only after 8 p.m. Yeah, Alexei. So it will be all day quiz, all you can quiz. So it will start hopefully from not like all day, all day. It's maybe 12 p.m. till 12 a.m. night. And when would it be available? Days and timing. So Wednesday 12 p.m. How about that? Or Wednesday 2 p.m. Could be that. So it will be like you will have enough 4 or 5 or 6 hours. You want Friday quiz? So Tosin say Friday. Everyone is good with Friday? Oh, Monir says Wednesday. Okay, guys. So please do make a decision first. You should be all on the same page. And then I can decide. Otherwise, if you're not on the same page, then I have to decide. Oh, there you go. Tuesday as well. Seriously? Okay. So, yeah, for now it's Wednesday. Wednesday, 12 p.m. Starts, finishes 12 a.m. midnight. But the marks will be available after the 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Sorry. When everyone is done, then marks will be available. So 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Wednesday. Done, right? Tuesday night to Wednesday 12 night. Serious? Yes, in Blackboard. Wednesday 12 noon to midnight. Yes. Surrender, yes. So Wednesday 12 noon to 12 midnight. How many questions? Same questions. 25. 5 questions? No, 2 5. Okay, guys, upload. Oh man, I have to open that whole portal. Okay. So we might finish next week those smaller topics, and next week could be the last week. So we'll try. Otherwise, N010. How long is the exam? So it will be 12. It will be 6-hour exam. 6 hour. Yes, Blackboard work for. Oh yeah, Blackboard should work. So 6-hour exam. Wednesday, 12 noon to 12 midnight. Marks will be shown after midnight. Right? So it's there now. Yeah, 6 hours for 25 questions. Shalender says that this is too long, so guys, let's make it 1 hour then. Shalender, because it's Shalender saying that, so just grab him after the class and push him. Okay, so no. Shalender says 1 hour. Please, only for him 1 hour. So for me 12 hours. Oh, okay, done. Okay, guys. So it's yes, it's all true and false. It's 12 hours. It's 25 questions, 12 hours, 6 hours, right? 6 hours. Okay, guys. So whatever concession I gave, Munir just doubles it, keeps on doubling it, right? Oh, okay. What was my post? Serious. Once I give the password, it should just accept it. Can you please forget about tonight's screenshots? Well, I need to mark you for something, right? So, well, you can upload it tomorrow. I'm just fixing it right now. But if there is no document uploaded, or document with expected screenshots not uploaded, then I cannot mark, it will be 0. No document uploaded means 0. Document with no screenshots means 0 as well. So those expected screenshots must be there, right? So what am I doing? Yeah, BB Humber. So yeah, you can leave if you want, but later you can upload, or you can upload now. Yeah, 2 screenshots tells me that you attended the class, and it is supposed to be within your name should be there. What? Okay. Oh, I'm in. All right, guys. So there you go. Who's this? Oh, yeah. So it's day 15. Seriously, why am I writing 13 here? It's week 15, right? Oh, it's week 14 actually. Uh, okay, so you can. I'll check with the management. What's the deadline? How is it? So guys, when you're getting the marks, so I'll be at that time I'll be adjusting the marks. So if you see strange marking there, so don't panic. I do that in every college, and they all scream at me. VM about to be restored with Veeam. Yeah, that's the second one. Okay guys, so refresh and submit. Refresh and submit. So I'll be uploading the video tonight, or hopefully tomorrow morning. Hey guys, that's it. So see you